Hi all, I'm Dee and welcome to Decode's YouTube channel. So first of all, congratulations to everyone who have cleared the first round for Hexaware, and congratulations to you all. So the next round will actually be the communication round, and in this case it's actually group discussion. Okay, so I'm just going to be discussing all about the group discussion in this session actually. So starting with how can you talk in a group discussion, ways to talk, right? I'll be giving you that, and also I'll be giving you some example phrases which you can use in a GD and some topics for you to prepare for your GD round. Okay, so please do watch this session. So I'll be waiting till people join for a few minutes and then I'll just start it. Okay, so let me just set up my chat quickly. Okay, so my chat is set up. Okay, so before, the communication round was actually, just a speech assessment which happened in Mercer Metal, right? So now it has been changed to group discussion. So I'll be discussing about that. So let me see how much people have joined. Okay, so I'll just start with it and go on, and I'll just be checking. So Sam has said that I cleared aptitude. Thanks for that. Congratulations, Sam, and welcome. For okay, so watch the session fully so that you can know how to clear the group discussion also. Okay, so Hexaware group discussion actually for this ways to talk in a GD. Okay, there are several ways that you can follow. So first, starting the GD or concluding the GD. Okay, first let me talk about starting the group discussion. So I'll be giving you some points. Okay, so if you start the group discussion, chances are that you'll definitely get selected, like extra points for you. They'll choose you definitely if you start the GD. Okay, so it's really important to start it because it gives you an extra edge over others. Okay, you can either start the GD or conclude the GD. Okay, so starting the GD, so basically the HR will give you the topic, and he or she might give you time to prepare for it. For example, some might give you a minute to prepare for it, some might not give you. Okay, so you need to be prepared for both the scenarios, right? So after that, the HR will be saying like, okay, start the group discussion right now. So right then and there, when the person says that, you need to just start it. Good morning everyone, so I'd like to talk about this and that. So just start it. So starting the GD will give you an extra edge. Always choose starting the GD. Okay, so in a GD actually, the HR, the person, only considers one thing. Like if you can talk confidently, they will not consider if you are talking right or wrong. So that doesn't matter to them. You'll have to talk confidently. You'll actually have to express yourself. Can you communicate properly with others, right? So you need to focus on that only. So don't think that I'll have to talk right. So if I think like if I talk wrongly, they'll reject me. Don't think that. Just have that, develop that courage and confidence to talk, okay, confidently. Okay, starting the GD, that's the point I wanted to give you, and then concluding the group discussion. So the thing is, I would not suggest you to wait till the last to conclude the GD. Okay, because you might actually miss the chance. So sometimes, like if the GD is for like 20 to 25 minutes, and the person might say, okay, conclude the GD right now, it's over. So if they say that, you can conclude it. But sometimes they just stop in between and say, okay, the GD is done. We have the info all we wanted about you people. So thank you so much for participating. If they say like that, no, then your chance is missed. So do not wait till the last to conclude the GD. So I would not suggest, I would not advise this. Okay, so let's say you have not started the GD, someone has started it. So what should you do in that case? Okay, so there are two possible reasons why you have not started the group discussion, right? So the topic was unknown for you, like I don't know about this topic, should I start or not, so let me just keep quiet, you might think like that. So in that case, what I want you to do is, you need to wait and let 2 to 3 people talk so that you can take some points from them and develop. Okay, so please do not worry if you don't know any topic. Okay, you can just wait and listen to them, and you can talk like agree to their point or talk against it. You can agree or disagree, you can come to that one. Okay, and then the second reason why you might not have talked start itself is that you would have known the topic and you wanted to talk, but the person, like other person, talked it, and you just thought like, okay, I'll talk about it later. If that's the case, try to talk as the second person or the third person. Okay, so these are all the ways to talk in a GD. So number of ways, you can either start it or conclude it or talk in the second, third, or in the middle. Okay, so these are all the things that I wanted to convey. Okay, let me see if I've got any questions or comments or anything like that. Okay, let me go over here. Okay, any update about LTI Mindtree final result? Kolanuri Saichand has asked. So the thing is, I'm still collecting data on that, and I'll surely let you know. I'll upload a video for that soon. Okay, so I hope that answers your query. And Kadir Kumar has asked, sister, will this live session be available as a video? Yes, this will be available as a video. You can watch it. Thank you for the question. Okay, and then another person, MRI Ketek, has asked, ma'am, how many days does LTI Mindtree HR results take time? So actually, it might take, so there is no definitive answer, right? So it might take a few days or more than that. That really depends, but all you can do is wait. So do not worry, I'll upload a video on that so that you can like be on board with that. Okay, so if you've got any questions regarding Hexaware, you can definitely ask it in the comment box and I'll try to reply. Okay, so okay, now let's go to where I was already talking about. Okay, so these are all the ways in which you can talk in a group discussion. Okay, now let's go to the next point. So I told you, right, starting, concluding, agreeing, against to. So what are all the phrases that you can use? Okay, so you can use, if you're going to start the GD, you can just professionally say, good morning, everybody. So to begin with, I'd like to introduce the topic and share my thoughts on it. You can use this, or you can say, let me start by highlighting the key aspects of this particular topic that I'm going to be talking about. You can say that, or you can say, I believe, so good morning everybody. So the topic is this and this. So I believe the most important point to consider here is, and you can elaborate or emphasize on an important topic which you decided to talk on, right? Or else you can say, okay, let's start this by analyzing the situation from this perspective. You can give a perspective. Okay, so these are all the ways in which you can start the group discussion. So you can actually try to remember few points and you can actually use it over there. Okay, now let's go to the next one, which is concluding the group discussion. So as I said, so only if you get a chance to conclude, you can do it. But before the conclusion, you should have talked at least 2 times, right? So you can say, okay, so to summarize our discussion, it's clear that this plays an important role but also has these negativities or disadvantages which we should consider. You can talk like that, or you can say, in conclusion, we've agreed that this is the best, or this works in this way good. Okay, so or else you can say, to wrap up the key points we've discussed, or so this person A talked about this, which was a very important one, person B talked about this, so we talked all about this and I think this does well, and you can talk like that. Or else you can use, as we come to the end of a discussion, it is clearly evident that like social media, the usage of social media depends upon the person, whether it is used for good or bad. So you can talk like that. Okay, so you can use these pointers to conclude your GD. So you can just remember it, like summarize, conclusion, remember the key points and the sentence. Okay, so another point I wanted to tell you was that, so the thing is, if you've started this GD, okay, that's good and fine. And also they will also see if you're letting other people talk. So if not, if you are the only person talking, then that might come off as being obnoxious and being self-centered. So chances are that they might reject you just because you talked too much. You don't want to do that. Okay, so in a GD you can talk like 3 to 4 times. That's the ideal number of times in which for which you can talk. Okay, so I want you to focus on that especially. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So in case you are agreeing to someone's point, you can say, I completely agree with what person A mentioned about, and I have a few points to add to that. You can say it in that way. Okay, okay, let me pause and see if I've got any questions. Okay, so Okay, so I've not received any. Okay, so let me just continue with it. Okay, or else you can just say, so if you feel like what someone has said is a really a valid point, you can say that that's a valid point, and I think it's important to emphasize that, and you can just go on with your, your phrase that you come up with. Okay, and you can also say, I concur with her. I concur with, like, if you don't know the person's name also, you can say, I concur with her, what she said, I concur with it, and I would also like to add these few points. Okay, so if you use different kinds of vocabularies, different words, it will surely grab their attention, and you'll the chances are that you'll get selected. Okay, and then you can also say, you are absolutely right, and I'd like to build on that by saying, so for example, if someone talks that like social media is a really good platform to improve yourselves. So if someone talks about that, you can say, you are absolutely right, and I would like to build on that by saying that social media provides various platforms to showcase our skills and talents, in Instagram or in YouTube. And social media also provides platform for learning. We can learn from other creators and such. Okay, you can talk like that. Okay, so agreeing to a point, you can agree in these ways. Fine, let's move to the next part. So I just wanted to quickly say that if you find this really useful, please do like this and subscribe to me, because if you don't want to miss any updates or any useful things, I don't want you to miss that. So please do subscribe to me, and please do comment in case of any queries. Okay. Okay, so next is disagreeing to a point. You might have heard someone saying that never talk negatively in a GD. They'll just reject you. Don't talk negatively. They'll reject you. That is not the case actually. Someone might have also said, don't disagree to someone's point. If you're disagreeing, you will get rejected. No, actually, in a group discussion, they are assessing your communication skills. So communication skills doesn't end with talking fluently in English. It also means that, let's say someone is really having good communication skill, that means that they can get their message ahead properly in an understandable way to others. And also, they are agreeing to disagree, which means even though what someone has said might be not so, like, even though what the other person says might not be relatable to this person will choose to agree to disagree. He'll disagree it in a respectful way, and he will not, or he or she will not also degrade them based on those points. uh, they will not create any difference. So that is what a good communication skill is. So in a GD, if you are disagreeing with someone, you can just say so. That will show that you have good communication skill. Okay, so let's see some ways. You can say, I understand your point, but I see it differently because I see it pretty differently. So for example, someone might say that artificial intelligence, these chat GPT bots, they are really bad for us. They will decrease our efficiency. We'll be depending so much on them. They might say that. Some other person. You can say, I understand your point, but I see it pretty differently because these are all helping us, right? So they are just helping us to get to the next level so that we can improve ourselves. So we are not going to totally depend on them. They are our, so AI is our friend. So I see it in that way. You can strongly disagree in a respectful and a positive manner without being arrogant. Okay, like the next phrase you can use would be, while I respect your opinion, I have like a different perspective on it. I do have a different perspective on it, and I want to express that in this GD platform. Okay, and then you might also see, I see where you are coming from, but I think we should also consider this point. So you are saying AI is not useful for us, but if you really see, AI will only take up the humans jobs who do tedious works and repetitive works, not like those developers or something like that. In the near future, this will not happen. Okay, so you can talk like that, and you can also say, that's a very interesting point, but but I would argue that, like, I'll think in this way. I think in this way, and I want to talk in this way. Okay, so you can be respectful when you disagree. I just want to get that point ahead. Okay, okay, now let me see if I've got any comments or any queries. Okay, Okay, so I've not got any, and let me just check the stream. Okay. Okay, fine. This is what I want to talk about. So I've talked about, so let me just go over whatever I've talked about. These are all the ways in which you can talk in GD. So if you don't have any idea how to talk, these are all the 4 points that you can like you can register in your mind. Okay, you can just practice in your home also, okay, with your friends, right? So these are all the 4 ways in which you can get your points ahead. And then for all these 4 ways I've provided the phrases for you. So if you're going to start it pretty confidently. If you're going to conclude it in a way that really sums up all of the points, right? So whatever everyone has said, you'll have to remember all the points and conclude it. Okay, so concluding is also a really good part, but I would suggest not to wait till conclusion. Like, I'm not saying concluding is bad, but I don't want you to wait till the last and miss an opportunity to talk. Okay, so the next one is like agreeing to a point and then disagreeing to a point. So always remember to be respectful of others and get your message ahead. Don't make this like a fish market, like arguing. Don't make it like that, because in that case also they'll reject you if you are being disrespectful. That's why I've given you these. That's why I've given you like these kind of points. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Okay, so sometimes group discussions are not really discussions, but they ask you to debate on a topic. They'll be giving you a topic and they'll be saying whoever is going to agree to this, who want to talk for it, you can go in a separate group, and if you're going to talk against it, you can go in a separate group. So they'll say like that. So in that case it will be a debate. So we can't expect, right? So it can be a normal group discussion, a discussion or a debate. So if they ask you to debate also, you will have to be prepared for it. So in case of debate, you will have to present strong arguments. Okay, you'll have to use logical reasoning, logical arguments, and then talk. Okay, for example, you can say if you have a viewpoint. So like there was this situation, for example, let's take the AI example itself. So for example, is AI useful or not? So if you're agreeing that AI is useful, you can be in viewpoint A. If not, you can be in viewpoint B. So you can say that I believe viewpoint A is stronger. So whenever you are arguing, you need to have a supported evidence, right? So you can say I believe AI is very useful because and that viewpoint is stronger because um, because of the reason that AI is in our hands, like in our mobile phones, right? So we can just a tap away, we can use chat gpt and ask our queries and such. This is why I think this like AI is useful, and it is supported by the evidence that this chat gpt or any other generative AI, these things have helped me in my career and also in my learning very much. For example, I struggle to learn basic things in technologies or even programming languages, but with the help of chat gpt or any AI, I was able to understand very basic concepts because like this particular AI was a friend to me and it taught me everything. So you can talk it like this. If they talk about a debate, you can bring your viewpoint, you can say why it is stronger, and you have to support it with an evidence so that it will be really strong. Okay, and then counter arguments. So if you're saying, someone is saying that, oh, with AI, human brains will just degrade, will just lose our thinking ability, we'll just uh, won't have to do any work, we'll just stop everything, this is the destruction of human mankind. If someone says, you can say that like, okay, this viewpoint can happen, but we can't say it for sure, right? You can say that okay, even though AI is taking up human beings jobs, it is only going to take up tedious tasks of human being, and also understanding human brain itself is pretty difficult. Like psychologists and neuroscientists have not even done that. You can say that this is just an example scenario. You can just say even neuroscientists have not understood brain completely, only 25-30% of that has been done. So that is an evidence, you're giving the data, right? So that will be a very strong point. So if not, then how AI will completely take over? You can talk like that. So you need to be very strong with your arguments. Okay, I just wanted to get these points ahead. And then Okay, let me just see if I've got any queries. Okay, so Kriteni has asked, is this an elimination round, and what will be the next round in Hexaware? So, okay, so will this be an elimination round? Yes, this will, GD will be an elimination round. You'll have to perform well to get selected. You'll have to talk. Okay, so this will definitely be an elimination round, and also the next round would be technical round, technical interview. You'll be interviewed on your technical skills, and after that you'll have HR interview. So based on these, you'll be getting your offer letters. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Kritini. Thank you for watching the session. Now let me move on to the next point. As I've already said, you have to disagree tactfully. So in debate, there are chances that you might fight with the other person. Like even if you are being calm, the other person might provoke you because they might get disrespectful and they might just start fighting with you. So even if that happens, you'll have to be respectful because they will assist that. Okay, you can say, I respectfully disagree because this is the reason I disagree with you. You can straight on say, I disagree with you, I respectfully disagree. It's all in your body language, it's all in the way in which you're talking. Okay, so I respectfully disagree with your point because can you please think about it, can you please think about this, this might actually be right. You can just try to talk talk through it with them. Okay, and if in case of any personal attacks, you just need to avoid that. If someone personally attacks you, you just need to focus on the arguments and not the person. Okay, the person, that is irrelevant. So that person, that person's emotions, if they're fighting with you, that is irrelevant. You just need to focus on the what you just need to focus on the arguments, on the words. You just need to get your message ahead by being respectful. Okay, I understand your perspective, but I think the issue at hand is more significant and we need to talk about that immediately. You can talk like that. Okay, you need to stay respectful. Okay, so this was what I wanted to talk about. So this session will just be enough for you to get started with your GD preparation. So if you're starting GD for the first time, please do follow these. So this session will be available as a video also for you, so please do watch it in case if you're talking for the first time. Can you see, I'm stammering, right? So it is normal to stammer, but with practice you can definitely get ahead. So if this is your first time like appearing for any group discussion, for this group discussion, of course you'll be feeling nervous, you'll be having that nerves. So for that, I just want you to be prepared. So if you are prepared and practice, then you can overcome the anxiety and nervousness. Okay, so this session will give you the head start for all of those. So I've talked about ways to talk, I've talked about every single thing detailedly, and then I've even talked about debate. Okay, so this is the second type. So first type is a normal discussion and the second type is a debate like GD. While like in some companies, so they'll be like they'll only conclude the GD when everyone has talked. So they'll even give you chance to speak. So they'll be like, okay, you people have talked, you 10 of these, you've talked enough, but these 5 people have not talked. I want you people to talk. So please talk. They'll give you the opportunity, but not every company is going to do that. Okay, so you need to take up the opportunity. So whenever, don't lose it, right? So GD is the platform for you. That is the final step. That is the D-Day. Okay, you need to focus on that. You need to focus on talking that day. So with proper practice, you can always overcome. So only if you are ignorant, only if you don't have that particular knowledge to crack around, you'll be feeling afraid. But you don't have to feel afraid when you're prepared, right? So this session will give you exactly that. Okay, so next I'll be talking about some GD topics, that you need to be practiced on. So these are all some examples, but you might get more like more than these. But I'll also be talking about the standard GD topics, social GD topics, abstract and technical. Okay, for social GD topics, you can expect something like the very common one. Like I've seen this most of the time, social media. They'll be like, I assure you, at least one batch in your college will be getting social media, the role of social media. So role of social media in shaping public opinion. Is social media good or bad? Is it a boon or a bane? You will get questions like that. So please be prepared on social media and points regarding that. And they'll also talk about like online class versus offline class. Since you're college students, they definitely ask that. Or they can even talk about work life balance. What do you think of work life balance? And even sustainable development and its importance in today's world. So like very general GD topics, very general, socially involving. And gender equality, I don't think they'll be asking gender equality and all, because this is too much of a like this is, they don't take it that much, because this is pretty controversial, right? So but I just gave for you to be prepared on. And role of education in reducing poverty. So like mainly all of these cliche topics, like mostly asked topics: education, social media, online class, offline class. So is having a hobby important? Very basic things like that. And like a role of parents in shaping the character of their children. Good upbringing versus bad upbringing, good parenting versus bad parenting. Personally, I've seen this and I've experienced this: good parenting versus bad parenting, and questions like this. So you can get these kind of social GD topics. So when they give you these topics, they'll be giving you time or not. Regardless of that, just try to think. So while you're practicing, just take a topic. Okay, let's talk about role of social media, and try to gather some points in your minds and take a mental note of all these points, so that practice like this for many other like 10 to 12 topics, so that you can get that practice, so that you can easily do that in the actual scenario also. Okay, so next is the abstract GD topics, like very abstract ideas, like the concept of freedom in modern society. So what do you think of freedom? So they might just say freedom, talk on freedom. And also like innovation is the key to success, like cliche general topics like this: positivity versus negativity, optimism, stuffs like that. And also the glass is half full or half empty. Like this talks about viewing, how we view our life. Are we being positive by thinking half full, or are we being negative by thinking half empty? You can talk on that, you can practice. Red versus blue, like these colors, what do colors represent? Mostly abstract topics. No, they'll be talking like optimism, things like that. Life is a journey, not a destination. Most of these topics, abstract GD topics, right? So you can get these. So mostly you'll be getting social or technical. Okay, so let's go to the technical GD topics. Before that, let me see if I've got any comments, because I just want to be interactive and be helpful. So Kritani has asked, it is offline or online? It is going to be online actually. And Subhashini has asked whether it is a communication assessment or GD. So this year it's going to be a group discussion. So previous years it has been speech checks assessment, where you had to, there was listening round, reading round, grammatical rounds, and then speaking, like just speaking on a topic for a few seconds, rounds like that. But this time it is confirmed, it is GD. Yeah, as Kritani said, it is group discussion. Subhashini, I hope that answered your question. So let's go to the next one. Okay, technical GD topics. So mostly you'll be getting technical GD topics, if not social. So you'll be getting, the most common thing is AI. So will AI take over people's jobs? Is AI good or bad? So have people become lazy since AI? Questions like that. And then some of these really technical things, such as cloud computing, and how cloud computing has changed everything, big data, blockchain. Yeah, you can get blockchain, cyber security, 5G. So these are all common topics. And even electric vehicles. So electric vehicles, so how has it improved environment? You can get electric vehicles topics. So these were all already asked in many other companies GD rounds. That's why I've taken all of these. Okay, mainly the social topics and technical topics. Okay, so you can collect some points. So while you're preparing, if you don't know about anything, you can just search in the Google, and you can make note of some of these points. So always remember that you can't fill from an empty cup. That's it. Like that is, you have to have something in your brain to pour something out, right? So only if you have water in your cup, you can pour it. If not, you can't do anything. You'll also be feeling insecure regarding it. So I just want you to be equipped with maximum knowledge that you can from this session, so that you can attack the GD hands on, like heads on. Okay, so I'm not telling that without having anything in your brain you are you are not that bright or anything like that. I just wanted to tell that because it will be really helpful for you. I just want you people to be equipped with the knowledge. Okay, So these are all the technical GD topics. Yeah, so this is what I've got for this round basically. So in this session, let me just go over from the start. So in this, I've been talking about group discussion for Hexaware, who have all cleared the first round online assessment. You will be having your GD in the upcoming days. Okay, so I've talked about ways to talk in a GD. If you don't know how to talk, when and where to talk, you can use these guides. You use these points. You can either start or conclude. If you have not started, you can talk in the middle. So while talking in the middle, what if you don't know? You can just agree to someone's point or disagree to someone's points, right? So if you don't know something, if someone knows about it, you listen to them, right? And from that itself you'll get some points. You'll be thinking like, okay, this person is saying this, so yeah, okay, I can take this point and alter it and talk. Okay, so there's not going to be any knowledge limitation when it comes to GD. So each and everything is an opportunity for you. Okay, so if you know about no if you know it, talk about it. At the same time, let others talk. Don't talk too much, and don't convert it into a debate. If that is a discussion, don't fight over it. Always be respectful. Okay, okay, so don't be disrespectful, always be respectful. Okay, and then starting the GD, concluding the GD, agreeing to a point, disagreeing to a point. I've provided all the phrases, make a note of it. And then I've talked about debate like GD. Sometimes they'll be giving you GD, but they'll convert it into debate and ask you to talk. So here these ways you can follow. And then you got something, disagree tactfully, things like that, communicate properly. And then some GD topics, social GD topics, abstract, technical, and all of these. Okay, okay, so let me just see if I've got any comments. Okay, Harish has asked, GD online or offline? So the GD is going to be online. And then Praveen Murugesan has said, hey sis, hi Praveen, how are you doing? So in case of anything, you can just ask me. Anurag has said, I also cleared aptitude run. Well, congratulations, Anurag, so for clearing it. It's really a good step that you've taken. So I hope the session was useful for you to crack your GD, and I do hope that you crack group discussion and get like also crack the further rounds and get an offer. So okay. So in case of any doubts, I'll be waiting here. I'll be here to answer. Let me just check something. Okay. Okay, Harish has said, can you share your PPT in Google Drive? Yes, I'll share it in the Google Drive after the session gets over. I'll make sure to put it up. Thank you for asking. Okay, let me just wait for some time. So I just wanted to also tell something that you might have thought that this is going to be a speech X assessment. So don't think that is the case. Be informed. Okay, this is actually group discussion. Be informed. Okay. This is an elimination round. Sendil Velan has asked, so this is an elimination round. Yes. So be prepared for it. Okay. Sumit Sekhar has asked, any information about LTI Mindtree HR result? Actually, I'm still collecting data on that. In case of any updates, I'll definitely upload a video. Actually, the HR result for LTI Mindtree is like some of the colleges has received and some of them have not. So their interview process is not really that organized. So all you can do is wait. Actually, you know, I just want you to wait and see, because they are not going to ghost you. Definitely they'll put out the result sooner or later, but you'll have to wait. I'll put a separate video on that also. Okay, let me just see. So communication round, so generally we've got communication rounds in different ways, like group discussion and even speech checks like assessments, right? So I've got a video for Wipro. So you guys are 2025 batch. If any 2024 or 2023 batches are watching, if you're preparing for Wipro, you can go and watch that video for communication round. It will be useful for you. And I'll be uploading more videos for other hirings also for 2025 batches. So please do subscribe to me, and this will be really useful for you in case you don't want to miss any updates. Okay, so I'll be updating aptitude rounds, coding rounds, even these GD rounds, tech HR rounds, and everything. Okay, so let me just see. Okay, let me wait for some seconds. So ask me any kind of queries or questions. I'll be here to answer that for you people. Okay, let me just see if you've got any other questions or anything. Okay, so I'll be waiting here for your queries. I'll be answering each and every one of them. Let me just wait. So if you've got any questions regarding group discussion, like if you want any more stuff, you can ask me. Is it going to be about any other companies hiring? You can ask me that also. I'll just answer it. I'll make sure to provide you with the right information. Okay, let me wait 5 more minutes. So after this, actually you'll be having tech round and HR round. So those are actually pretty easy to crack. Any technical interview or HR interview, it is easy to crack. I'll make sure to put videos on that also, because to me that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to you know to collect data and put things on that. Okay, someone has sent me a heart. Thank you so much. So I'll be waiting here for some more time so that you can ask your queries. Technical rounds are pretty interesting actually. It's just they just ask you on basic stuffs, especially the service based companies, like basics of any programming language, SQL, and stuffs like that on your resume. So Hexaware is going to be just like that. So please do your GD well, and I hope all of you who are watching this get selected and move on to the next round. So if in case you're facing any kind of insecurities with respect to GD round, there is only one solution for that, and that is, I've already told you, practice. So practice, practice, practice till your anxieties and insecurities go away completely. Okay, this is the age where you should be not missing any opportunities, right? I just wanted to tell you that. So don't lose this opportunity, because the market is pretty down, the recession is still happening. So you just don't want to miss any opportunity that you have. Okay, let me wait for some more seconds. Let me even go over this PPT again. Let me just see if I've got any other points for you to discuss on. Yeah, so also, just don't stop with these topics to prepare. Okay, I just want you to search in Google. There's so much of websites, so much. You can just take any of these topics. For example, with respect to technical, you can search the latest GD questions, GD topics, and you can prepare on that. Okay, so just don't stick to only this, succumb to only this. I just want you to do more on that. Okay, think if I've got any questions, I'll be answering. If not, I'll just end this session. Let me just check once again. No. Yeah, I think that's it. um I think I can conclude this session, and this will be actually be available as a video. So if any new watchers, newcomers to this channel, please do subscribe to me and like this video and comment in case of any queries. Okay, so thank you so much for joining this session, for asking all of these questions and making this engaging and interactive. So I really enjoyed helping you people with the knowledge that I have, and you can expect more such videos from me. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video, short or even live session. Till then,